My name is Private First Class Alexander Foreman, and I'm a 25 Mike.
Hi, I'm Specialist Isaiah Vega, 25 Victor.
I'm Specialist Clara Soria, 25 Victor.
Hi, I'm Specialist Wheeler Brunschmid.
My name is Specialist Chase Gore. I'm a 25 Victor.
Hi, this is Al Bunbury. I was a second lieutenant in the U.S. Army, and I served the tour in Vietnam. I also played baseball for the Baltimore Orioles for 12 years.
As a memorial to all who so valiantly fought
and served in the world wars.
With eternal gratitude.
With eternal gratitude.
To those who made the supreme sacrifice.
The supreme sacrifice.
The supreme sacrifice.
To preserve equality and freedom throughout the world.
To preserve equality and freedom throughout the world.
Time will not dim the glory of their deeds.
It is a beautiful day for some holiday baseball. The Orioles have returned to Camden Yards. They will take on the Twins on this Memorial Day here in Baltimore. We hope you and your family are enjoying this holiday weekend, the barbecues, all that go with that, family get-togethers. But we should never forget what this day is all about. Those who made that ultimate sacrifice. We just saw some of those that serve in uniform and understand what their mission is, so all of us can enjoy these freedoms like baseball on a beautiful afternoon. And baseball has a huge connection to the military, and some of the game's greatest were part of that. How about Warren Spahn? He won 363 games, but he missed 3 seasons serving in the Battle of the Bulge in World War I. Bob Feller, Ted Williams, Joe DiMaggio, Stan Musial, Willie Mays, they all interrupted their brilliant careers to serve our country. And then Christy Matheson, he won 373 games. He was part of the Army's Chemical Warfare Service in World War I. He was exposed to chemical weapons that later led to his death. And Al Bunbury, we just heard from Al, a teammate of Jim Palmer's, a friend of a lot of us here in Baltimore, and a great Oriole, a member of the Oriole Hall of Fame, received the Bronze Star Medal for his service in Vietnam. And Jim, some days it's about more than baseball, and this is one of them. It's great to share baseball sunshine, but we've got some special people.
Yeah, I had a chance to, for over 20 years, play with a lot of great players, and the one of them that really stands out, Rookie of the Year in 1977 was Al Bunbury. In 1970, he spent a year as a platoon leader, I think 45 people under, and he used to, he didn't really dwell on it, but he would talk about how important it was not only to, to lead these men, but also take care of them and himself. So, he was an A-ball. He went away, came back, raced to the big leagues, and one of the great guys. And as you mentioned, did win a Bronze Star. So this is one of those days where the Orioles have lost 13 in a row, 15 in a row to the Twins. Only won 2 of the last 22, but it does, when you think about what this day means, it really kind of puts everything in perspective. If they win today, that'll be great, but I don't think we'll ever forget what all the people did for this country.
Yeah, and thank you, Al Bunbury, our friend, and so many others that have served us and make us enjoy the special things in our lives. We'll take a timeout, come back, take a closer look at this series as the Orioles try to get a win against the Minnesota Twins. Enjoy your Memorial Day with us. Thanks for being with us. Orioles Baseball on Masson is brought to you by PNC, helping to make banking easier. It's the Orioles and the Twins on a beautiful afternoon at Camden Yards. Scott Garceau along with Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. And Jorge Lopez gets the ball today, Jim. Saw the Twins just days ago. How about getting them some runs, too? The poor guy doesn't get any support.
Well, this will be his 11th start, and then 9 of those 10 games, 1 run or less, and that's what happened in the last game. He pitched well to the 6th inning, a single, a walk, and then he had first base open. He gets behind Sano, and he hits a 3-run home run. So, again, he pitched well. They don't support a lot of run. That's really the blow. You can see the facial expression. So they didn't give him a lot of runs. He pitched well. He threw the ball well. Do that again today. Find somebody to hold the lead, get a lead, and maybe you will break the losing streak.
All right, back with the lineups and first pitch. Orioles and Twins next on Masson. Memorial Day baseball at Camden Yards on a beautiful afternoon. Let's take a quick look at the Twins lineup. Polanco will lead off for them, followed by Donaldson and Kurloff. Nelson Cruz hitting cleanup. Then it's Garver, Sano, Refsnyder, Garlick, and Simmons.
And the starting pitcher for the Orioles, Jorge Lopez. There are the numbers. And again, we told you no run support whatsoever. About a hit per inning. Home runs. 10 starts, 9 home runs. The 3-run home run really hurt him the last game. Velocity has really been up. Curveball, changeup to go with it. There's the good 2-seamer. And we saw Jorge Polanco hunt some fastballs in Minneapolis. So this is a guy 2 years ago, part of the team that hit 307 home runs. He hit 22. So there you go. Strike one. Throw the 4-seamer. He's got that.
Jimmy's got a new catcher too behind the plate. Austin Wins.
Well, he does.
Austin recalled today. Foul back. DeChancisco was optioned. He'll go down to Norfolk. As you take a look at Polanco, the switch hitter from the Dominican Republic. Primarily a shortstop until this year. With Simmons coming in, he's moved to second base.
Yeah, changeup misses down and in. Yeah, he's had some ankle problems, a couple of operations, so probably better for him that he doesn't have to have. Of course, Simmons has won a platinum glove and 3 other gold gloves.
And down he goes. So an opening strikeout here for Lopez. 1 down.
Yeah, back-to-back changeups through the fastball by him. That'll speed the bat up. Kind of the art of pitching. When a guy can't catch up with a heater, you throw him changeups, but you can't throw it in the zone, and they don't. 1 up, 1 out.
And here comes the veteran Josh Donaldson. 226 on the year, 5 homers, 20 driven in. 2015 American League MVP. And a strike.
Zoom ball. I tell you what, his stuff has gotten, at least velocity wise, really has improved.
Ducks a breaking ball there, 1-1. Well, Donaldson had a double Sunday. That was his first extra base hit since he homered on May 17th. He's 5 for 42 in his last 12 games. Down the left field line and deep back into the corner, and it's off the wall. Stewart tracks it down, and Donaldson's in with a stand-up double.
Yeah, he's he gets paid in a 4-year deal to hit home runs, and I think that ball, I think it got in on his fist a little bit, but he did hit it to the short part of the ballpark here. Take a look. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe just hit it with one hand. Sounded a little bit funny, but the result, if you're an Oriole fan, is not funny, because that ball just off the bottom of the wall. And again, constantly battling leg injuries. So very gingerly coming around first base on the double.
And that gets the left-hand hitting Alex Kurloff to the plate. Kurloff takes a strike.
Yeah, Kurloff really swung the bat well against the Orioles, especially with runners in scoring position, getting close to 500. Former #1 draft choice.
Coming off a good game yesterday, 3 for 4, reached 4 times. Fouls it back. Lopez got Polanco on strikes. Donaldson out on second after a double from him. Kurloff, 2019 ranked top 10 prospect in baseball. How about him? His first hit was in the postseason. 3rd player in Major League history to make his debut in the postseason.
Well, we found out in Minnesota he can hit the fastball. Trevor Larnach hit one, 461 feet, and then almost hit another one just to the right of it. There's only been like 8 balls hit in the Delta box, which is straightaway center target field in Minneapolis. But this kid can hit some line drives.
Lopez ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. Got him. Second strikeout of the inning, 2 down.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Jorge Lopez, I mean, stuff-wise, And, you know, we already saw a changeup. We've already seen 96, and here's the shoe top drop, the curveball, and it goes straight down.
Yeah, obviously, Jim, the velocity isn't everything, but 10 pitches over 97.5 this year, and threw a fastball 98.5, and haven't seen that from him in the past.
Well, it's worked the first 4 innings. The big inning, he got through it the last game, even though he did give up 3 runs in the 6th. It's been the 5th inning. 3rd time through the order. I mean, that's 97. So I just think he's more comfortable, but it is very hard not to maybe feel pressure if they don't score. So 1 run or less in 90 or 10 starts.
Donaldson on second, 2 down. Cruz, looper right to short. Valaika will take care of that, and the Twins are down in the 1st. Orioles coming to bat. No score on Memorial Day. Glad you're with us from Camden Yards. Come to bat. No score here. Memorial Day at Camden Yards. Chris Holt back with the club. The pitching coach has been away on personal leave. Good to have him back, and I'm sure he's glad to be here. Wish him the best. Let's take a look at the Orioles starting lineup. Cedric Mullins at the top of the order, followed by Trey Mancini and Anthony Santander. 4, 5, and 6 are Franco, Stewart, and Mountcastle. 7, 8, and 9 Wilkerson. Austin Wynns making his first start of the year, and Pat Valaika is at shortstop.
Yeah, Jose Barrios from Puerto Rico. He can pitch a little bit. Go all the way back to 2017. Only Justin Verlander with more wins. He's got 50. Justin with 53. Real good curveball. You know, moving fastball, was running all over the place. Did give up early runs in Minnesota, but those were unearned. So again, we'll see if he can control his fastball. Brian Blakeney doing the home plate umpiring. David Rackley was the home plate umpire. It was very tight that day, strikes and balls. So, you know, good velocity, 95, 96. And one of the better curveballs in the American League, if not baseball.
He's facing Cedric Mullins, who's batting .362 in the 1st inning this year. 17 first inning hits, leads the major leagues. It's a ball, 2-1.
Well, we saw a typical day yesterday, wouldn't you say? He dropped a bunt down, stole a base, hit a triple, ran some balls down in the outfield.
Hit well, right field. Won't catch up to that one. Bounces off the 373 sign, and Cedric in with a stand-up double to start things off.
Yeah, he was thinking triple, though, and this is what he brings. I mean, that ball belted. Gets himself into a fastball count. Lately, they've been able to, when you get behind, he's been chasing up and in because they made those pitches. When you don't, you get this kind of results. I mean, that's out over the plate, and he's just looking for it, doesn't miss it. He is thinking triple, maybe could have made it, but the last thing, one of the cardinal rules, never want to make the 1st or the 3rd out at 3rd base.
So let's make that 18 first inning hits to lead the major leagues. Pretty good table setter. One of the reasons Trey Mancini is among the league leaders in RBIs. He rolls one down to 3rd base coach Tony Mansolino.
Get some new lumber. That one's splintered. Take a look at Jose Barrios and his pitch arsenal, and it's a good one. Statcast 3D, curveball 33% of the time, 4-seamer and sinker about 54, and then the changeup. You don't see a whole lot of them. And again, a running, moving fastball, and the curveball that doesn't, when he throws it right, linger very often in the middle of the plate.
Foul back, strike 2. Trey leads the Orioles in home runs and RBIs, 11 and 42. Second on the team with 52 hits. His RBIs tied for 3rd most in baseball.
Yeah, Mullins, that was his 61st hit. That's what, he's 4th in the AL in hits. They would like to get him over. A little bit harder to do that. Swung on the first pitch way inside and then tried to shoot one into right.
Another foul ball.
It's kind of used. Barrios is the curveball is like the one you used to throw with a wiffle ball. Can make it move all over the place. Well,
not many guys like him Now he's in the stretch, but out of the windup, back over the head, right? Got a little old school on that windup.
Well, more conventional, but 6 feet-ish. Not that. Oh, good.
Threw it by him at 95.
Well, that's the ability. And if you look, he averages a little over 10 strikeouts per 9 innings. I mean, that's kind of in vogue now if you're a starting pitcher, but that's the perfect pitch. 95. You can't take it because it's on the corner or very close to it.
So now it's Anthony Santander hitting .350, 7 doubles, a home run in the 10 games since he's returned from the IL. Straight back. Anthony had his 11-game hit streak snapped yesterday and an 0 for 4. Final game in Chicago.
Yeah, I had them 0 for 25 in Chicago with runners in scoring position. And if you want to go longer, it's horrible. 4 for 56. And I always found the intriguing thing, you can be in a slump, whether you're pitching or hitting, and then make a good pitch or have a good inning, or you get a base hit. All of a sudden, those numbers are gone. They evaporate.
Backdoor breaking ball there for a strike. 0-2. Infield shifted to the pull side. Only Donaldson on the left side. Checked it. The appeal, no swing, says third base umpire DJ Rayburn.
That's a big league check right there. That's the way Frank used to do it. Watch this. Oh,
strong wrist.
Yeah, and he points because he's hoping. First guy I saw that do probably about 5-6 years ago was Miguel Cabrera. Just in case, and then Adam Joad started to do it.
Be proactive, right?
Just in case the umpire needs help. You're there. And you can see kind of a shift.
Mullen short lead off, second. Center field. Right there is Refsnyder. 2 down.
Yeah, take a look at the Twins defense. Not your normal because of Buxton out with a hip. Garlick hit some big home runs over the last week or so. Refsnyder in center. Kirilloff, again, #1 draft choice out and right. Donaldson's Simmons, Polanco, Sano, and then Mitch Gardner. Red hot with the bat. Having a great May behind the plate. A little lucky there, didn't he? That ball up the gap.
Hit it on the nose, yeah.
Hit it.
So after the leadoff double, a couple of outs. Franco will try to get him in with a base hit. And takes a strike at 94.
Yeah, Barrios, as maybe you could expect, former #1 draft choice. 32nd pick back in the first round.
Inside.
2012.
1-1.
Does he pitch well against the Orioles? Well, I guess the answer is yes. He's undefeated, 6-0 lifetime.
Franco making his 51st start in the Orioles' 54 games this year. 48th start at third base. 1-1 pitch misses. 2-1.
And if you want to be patient with young pitchers, the Twins were. Signs in 2012, works his way up. He's 3-7 with an ERA of over 8 runs a game his first year in the big leagues. And now he's their best pitcher. Of course, it's never been about lack of stuff. It's just learning how to control it.
Steps off there.
If you're going to see, as the Orioles progress some of their young pitchers, you're going to see guys like Barrios come up.
2 balls and a strike. Tapper right back to the pitcher. Barrios takes care of that, and the Orioles are gone after a leadoff double from Cedric Mullins. No score after 1. Today's telecast recognizing Memorial Day is being brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union. Learn how we're celebrating Military Appreciation Month at NavyFederal.org. twins.org/celebrate. Our members are the mission. And by Amentum, elevating government's most critical missions. We air today's game on Masson in recognition of Memorial Day, a day where we honor the men and women who died while serving in the U.S. military for their dedication to protecting our country.
Yeah, I was reading about Al, I was reading some of the stuff on Al. Of course, having as a teammate all those years, and he said when he went to Vietnam, he wasn't a very good map reader. But of course, the only way that you keep yourself and your people or your platoon alive as a platoon leader is to learn to read maps. He said it was a quick study.
He had to learn in a hurry. Great man.
One of the best.
Probably find him on a golf course near me. Mitch Garver takes strike one. Solid first inning for Lopez. Couple of strikeouts. Donaldson doubled in there, but no damage.
Yeah, a couple of the doubles. Mullins and then Donaldson for them. And fastball hitter, red hot. Really struggled early on. And then red hot over the month of May.
Ball and a strike to Garver. Rips it into the screen foul.
Take a look at the Orioles defense. Stewart, Mullins, Santander, Franco Valleca. That gets to play shortstop. Steve Wilkerson at second. Now Cal back at first base, and then Austin Wynns debut here in 2021 behind the plate.
Down in the dirt.
Well, you're going to get a really good receiver in Austin Wynns. And as Brandon Hyde said, he's seen him the last 3 springs, knows he can catch, a lot of energy.
Encourages pitchers, right, to get all important stuff. 2-2. And down he goes.
Well, you're also going to get a target. You could just see it. It's early enough, and it's hard to miss. Great changeup, good movement. The lesson plan, what you're trying to do. So we have seen. You look at the 1-6 record, and people are going, well, in the high ERA for Jorge Lopez, you're going, well, how is he still starting? Well, you don't have a lot of choices, but he's getting better. Now, will they support him? Will they play good defense behind him?
All important in the big picture, yeah.
It really is. And
strike to Sano, an all-star in 2017, had a 3-run homer against the Orioles last Wednesday.
Well, that was against Jorge, and that turned the game around. It was 1-0, but he had first base open, and they pitched to him, and he got behind him, and target wasn't on the corner. They had a choice. They had Larnach, who'd already hit a double, but he's 1 for 14 with runners in scoring position, and they chose to pitch to Sano, and he did what he does, hit home runs.
There's a strike.
Yeah, really good.
Well, Jim, we all know what the Orioles are going through, and it's been ugly and tough and frustrating, but the Twins might be the most disappointing team in baseball, right? A lot of people thought that they had a chance, and they still do, but they're 21-31. And they've come on a little lately. They've won 7 of their last 10.
Yes, and they looked at they had 13 straight games against the Orioles in Kansas City. So they beat the Orioles, and the Orioles took a 2-1 lead, and then the bullpen didn't hold it, and then they won the next 2 close games, but they won. But they only won 1 of the 3 games against Kansas City, and then they play the Orioles, and then they have 4 more with KC.
And another strikeout. Sano down. Strikeout number 4 for Lopez.
Well, great changeups. Not only is he throwing it, check the movement out on this. See, you're already throwing 95, 96, and then throws it, and the perfect changeup.
Down and hard in.
Now you leave that ball on the plate, and I know this from experience. Right-handed hitters can hit it.
A lot of strike ones. Yeah. That's a good sign. Rob Refsnyder at the plate.
Well, you do have a cheerleader behind the plate in Austin Wynns.
Refsnyder with his 5th team in the last 5 years. Yankees, Blue Jays, Rays, Rangers, and now the Twins.
Well, the new motto, ride Refsnyder. Mainly because Byron Buxton is hurt. You know, he was the American League Player of the Month and hurt his hip. Refsnyder had a great series against the Orioles.
That one out.
Home runs, doubles, homer to right field off of Keegan Aiken.
Well, he's
made some nice plays, but he also misplayed one. I mean, he's not Buxton, who's one of the most gifted defensive center fielders in baseball.
Lopez had 2 strikes, 2 down. Refsnyder calls timeout. He's an interesting story. 4th South Korea born player in Major League history. He was born in Seoul. Fouls that one back, and then he was adopted at 5 months old. Good crowd today. The last day of capacity limits here at Camden Yards. Tomorrow, June 1st, everything opens up. Slow bouncer. Franco in, fires, and down is Refsnyder. 1-2-3 inning for Lopez. Twins down in the 2nd. No score. Maryland Lottery's contestant of the game, Brenda Taylor from Pasadena, has won $500 for being selected and will win $500 more for every Orioles home run hit today. Play Fast Play Home Run Riches progressive jackpot game and enter your tickets into My Lottery Rewards. Visit mdlottery.com/homerun. Orioles 2nd, DJ Stewart, Ryan Mountcastle, and Stevie Wilkerson against Jose Barrios.
Yeah, I'll be kind of intrigued to see how they pitch him. You know, he homered twice in the Twins series. One on a 98-mile-per-hour fastball up and in, and then a little cutter from column A hit the other way into the bullpen. So
3 home runs in his last 7 games. Not quite the terror we saw a year ago, but hey, you got to start somewhere.
Well, 7 in 9 games.
Yeah.
Whoa, jeez. Did you see the break on that hook?
You said wiffle ball, right?
Yeah. Look at this.
Well, Trey Mancini said earlier that we talked about increased velocity, and he said all that's there, but he said I haven't seen breaking balls ever break the way I've seen them break this year, and that was a pretty good example.
Well, he's always had a good curveball, but if he's like the vast majority of other pitchers, he's probably maybe using something that will change up. So it's going to be a low strike. That now, if you get the low and the high, not a lot of runs will be scored this afternoon.
2-2 pitch. Bounce to second. Polanco deep out on the outfield grass.
And from short right field, Polanco throws out Stewart.
Birdland, the Twins are in town for 2 more games through June 2nd. Both Tuesday and Wednesday's games start at 7:05. Great seating options available. Spend a day at the Yard enjoying Orioles baseball. Purchase your tickets today at Orioles.com/tickets. Beautiful day here today. Pleasant temperatures after a cool, rainy weekend.
Was it ever?
I thought we were in Chicago. They had sunshine yesterday. It looked like.
And Saturday too, yeah. It was warmer in Chicago.
That's not right.
With the lake effect than it was here in Baltimore.
Big swing and a miss from Mountcastle.
Well, you notice there's it's good movement on the fastballs and the big curveball, a couple of changeups. Stewart bounced out on that, but so far, when he got in the middle of the plate to Mullins, he doubled, but not too many pitches hittable.
Pulled foul, hit deep down the left field line.
Well, way inside, and
just saying, Jim, no dreams or anything, but the Orioles are 11-5 since 2000 on Memorial Day. They've won a lot of games on this
I can't deny that, Scott. That's the kind of the positive spin on it.
See where the Arizona Diamondbacks snapped a 13-game losing streak last night.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, no. It's Lopez. I mean, Barrios on paper is, you know, a better pitcher than Lopez. They're a better hitting club, but doesn't mean you can't beat them by pitching well, because that's Jorge's been pitching well, but getting him some runs. And you're going to see why. Look at this hook. It's like the perfect curveball.
Some sharp bite downward on that one, and Mountcastle, second strikeout.
It's like a Mike Boddicker curveball in 1983 when it looked like Bod could walk up to home plate and place it.
Wilkerson to Polanca to first base, and the Orioles go quickly in the second. 1-2-3. Heading to the third, no score on this great Memorial Day. This Memorial Day, join USAA in honoring our nation's fallen heroes. Beautiful afternoon at Camden Yards. Game time temperature 70 degrees. Sun is shining. And shine a little brighter, and the birds would sing just a little sweeter if the Orioles could find a way to get out of this losing streak. Got their beach towel giveaway. Everybody having a good time. So good to see the fans feel the energy. Jorge Lopez and Jose Barrios locked up in an early pitching duel here. Strike one to Garlick.
It's going to be an afternoon of hooks. Well, Jorge's had a terrific one. Great changeup, good velocity. Garlick home run against the Orioles off of John Means.
Right field, and that one looks like it'll be out of play. Santander over for a look.
The Orioles go into Minnesota Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of last week. He hit a 10th inning home run about 432 feet to dead center in Cleveland, and then they would win in extra innings, and then he's got a little bit of power.
14 of his 19 hits this year have come against left-hand pitching.
I think he's one of their
5 for
platoon
29
guys. Yeah.
5 for 29, 172 against right-handers.
Not a lot of at-bats, but spent 2019 with the Dodgers.
Lopez ready, 1-2 on the way.
A little slider. We saw a few more sliders, and it's a nice pitch. I always thought my slider was better to righties because I kind of get spotted a little bit more. It didn't break as much.
Bounced up the middle, base hit into center field.
Yeah, it looks like he's a pretty good fastball hitter because he works the count. I mean, it's only a single, but it's a leadoff single. So the bat gets very quick when you kind of get into the fastball counts. There it is. Certainly not a horrible pitch, but he gets his arms extended. And they pretty much playing conventional defense. Don't see that very often.
Here's the number 9 hitter, the veteran shortstop, Andrelton Simmons.
You would think he'd be able to handle the bat. I wonder if Rocco Baldelli, third year with the Twins, will maybe run him.
Strike one to Simmons. Drafted originally by the Braves. Second most games all time for a Curacao-born player. He's played over 1,100 games. Andrew Jones with over nearly 2,200.
Yeah, Andrew, a lot of people think borderline Hall of Fame with all the Gold Gloves. Of course, you know, as we mentioned,
Simmons has
Andrelton,
4 of those.
Yeah, 4. One a platinum. That's the best of all the Gold Glove winners that year.
How about 2017? He was co-MVP with the Angels. The other guy was Mike Trout. That's good company. He's running. Tries to protect him. Looked like it was a hit and run. Simmons just took a hack on it, but it stolen base. So Garlick at second.
Well, it's a breaking ball, so it's a good pitch to run on, and he got a big lead and going quickly. And I don't know if Austin can't get a handle. But obviously, if he did, he probably would have made a throw.
That's the first career stolen base for Kyle Garlick. So 1-2 count to Simmons. Tapper, that'll get the runner to third. Looked the wrong way, but he's still, no, he didn't have time to recover. Close play at first.
Well, you can't be indecisive. It's as simple as that. You know, it's a good pitch, bad result. Little curveball down and away. Of course, Simmons, geez, imagine making contact. Sometimes good things happen. Just, he would have had to put the brakes on, but that's certainly something. But he's never even looked at it, and then makes actually a pretty accurate throw, considering he's running towards third base. Simmons runs too well.
Well, there you go. Limit damage, right? Get your out. So you do have a run around third if he makes the play, but you don't get an out. Now you're looking at a chance for a big inning.
Well, the other thing is that, you know, for the second time, it brings Polanco up, and he's a pull hitter. So now you got a first base hole. And the Orioles just can't, with the way they're scoring runs, afford to have big innings.
Bounce to second. Let's see if they can get two. Maybe not. Safe. Close at first, but ruled safe. Not the greatest exchange between Wilkerson and Valaika.
Well, Steve Wilkerson got to go to his left, so to do that, that means he has to do a 180 and throw back across his body a little bit, or turn, which is what he'll do. Curveball, slap to the left side. And see, Valaika gets out of the way. Yeah, it's not bad. I just think it's one of those balls where
Polanco's quick.
Yeah, he runs well. And
you're going to take a look, I think.
Well, what happens is if you go out of the baseline to impede the runner, you can challenge it. And maybe that's what Brandon Hyde's going to do. I mean, your path, and that would be a double play.
So as it sits right now, fielder's choice RBI for Polanco, but
well, you'd get another out, but I'm not sure what happens if you do that. Maybe the ball's dead. So did he go out and try to hook him? Yeah, he's definitely, and you know, can he touch the base? It looked like he can. Look at his left arm. Now
that's there.
Yeah, there's. Now I never know what they're going to do in New York, but it doesn't look like he really impeded his ability to turn the double play. Worth a chance, though. Could save you an out and possibly a run. I mean, if you impede the runner, does that mean the runner at third is the ball's dead?
Yeah,
I
don't know about that. Is that a judgment call by the umpires?
Apologize for not knowing that rule. One of the new challenge rules over the last number of years.
Here comes our decision. Oh, they called him out. Yeah. Wow. See, I'm not sure, Jim. You talked about the hand. I'm not sure that stands anymore. If you come out of your path.
Well, but if you can touch the base with your hand, why are you out of your path? That's would be I interpret it. But
I think if they rule that you've gone after the second baseman or shortstop.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
No, I understand. Who knows? All I know is the run does count. Oh, wait a minute. They didn't. Yeah, no. So actually,
there was an out.
Yeah, wait. Yeah. So
nothing changed, right?
Nothing changed. So we know the runner was out at first.
Yeah, they already called him out at first.
So what did they just?
I'm not
what
sure.
Did he challenge, and why did they put his hand up?
He gave the out signal. There's one out.
Well, there was one out anyway.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Polanco reached on the fielder's choice. The out was made at second base. Strike to Donaldson, who doubled his first at bat. Twins on top 1-0, third inning. Breaking ball down to Franco. One on to first. Easy double play. So just the one run. Twins on top 1-0. Orioles coming to bat, bottom of the third. Birdland watch the O's take on the Cleveland Indians June 4th through the 6th at Oriole Park. The first 20,000 fans, 21 and over, who attend the game on Friday, June 4th, will receive an Orioles floppy hat presented by Miller Lite. Great seating options are available. Purchase your tickets today at Orioles.com/tickets. Come on out, enjoy the fun and the floppy hat. There's one. Floppy hats, beach towels, got it all going on at the yard. Austin Wins will lead it off in the Oriole third. Wins, Valleca, and Mullins against Jose Barrios. Misses, ball one. Austin Wins called up today. Chance Cisco optioned to AAA. Fair ball down to third. Donaldson, one down. And then to make room on the 40-man, Richie Martin, as the wrist injury was placed on the 60-day IL.
Yeah, I thought Brandon Hyde, I mean, very supportive of Chance Cisco, who, as he talked about, catching and throwing has become much improved, but hitting.
What do you say? He wants him to.
What he wants him to play every day,
drive the ball.
Yeah, and just start hitting again. We've seen him do that.
Strike one to Pat Valleca. Valleca at shortstop today. Wherever you need me, Skip.
Hope he gets a hanging breaking ball or a fastball to hit. Well, there's the hanger, but it stays inside. And you get a lot of sliders if you have one. Rios doesn't, but he has the curveball. 2 out of 3 strikes this afternoon. There's another one that stays inside. So here's your fastball count.
Do you get one though in today's game, right?
Well, you can look for it. See, that's
Sure.
the whole thing.
You can adjust
the count. It doesn't mean you're going to get it, but
and
it means you don't strike out. Yeah. Yes, this is not strike 3 here.
He did get one.
Yeah. Just not the same hitter, and I don't know if he's playing fairly regularly now. But last year, you'd throw that pitch, he'd be a little more aggressive. League's adjusted.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Twins lead at 1-0 in the third. Orioles' only base runner so far, leadoff double from Cedric Mullins. Full count pitch. And he got him.
Perfect. Yeah, and then had one to hit. He says it might be low. I would live to throw this fastball. This is what you do all your work for. If you can make a 3-2 pitch like this.
Yep.
And you notice Garver can catch the ball. Watch this. Look how smooth. Yep. Frame it for the umpire. Didn't move the glove hardly all, mainly because it was right on the outside corner. Yeah, they can talk all about the spinning, spin rate and all this and that and whatever. You can make that pitch.
Mullins' first pitch swinging, fly ball left field. Garlick is there, and the Orioles go 1-2-3 in the third. Minnesota coming to bat. We're headed to the fourth on a beautiful Memorial Day at Camden Yards.
Headed to the top of the fourth inning, the Birds trail the Twins 1-0. Guys, we know about Cedric Mullins' month of April this year. He finished the month of April batting .337. And then during May, you start to see the average fall a little bit. And actually, during an 11-game hitting streak, he saw his batting average drop 9 points. A lot of 1 for 4, 1 for 5s. And then the tailspin dropping all the way down to .292. But recently, he hit safely, including today, in 7 of his last 8 ball games. See that batting average creep back towards 300. He was actually batting .299 before his last at bat. So he's getting back to that 300 level. Cedric Mullins has proven to be able to bounce back from pitchers adjusting to him, guys.
Yeah, Jim, if he could hit 270 and play defense and steal bases and do everything he does, that's a valuable guy in your team. If it's 300 or 310, awesome.
Yeah, well, I'm not going as low as 270. Maybe 285.
Yeah. So you don't want him on your team if he's hitting 270 playing center field like that? Ground ball, the dive, Valleca up with it and gets the out. Pretty play.
I want Valleca playing kind of middle infielder there because he's a shortstop playing on the right side in the shift of second base. So there's a base hit. You're already down 1-0. Lopez is pitching well. There it is. Really quick feet. That's what you need. Easy play once he grabs it. It's a nice play right in the webbing of the glove. And Jorge saying yes.
We got a little clarification, Jim, on the replay. The explanations after reviewing all relevant angles, the replay official could not definitively determine that the fielder's foot was off the base when the ball contacted the interior of his glove. Call stands, the runner is out. So
well, that's his first base.
Yeah, that sounds like the. Yeah, and I didn't think it was even bang bang.
But the Orioles wouldn't have challenged that.
No.
The Twins must have.
But they went over to the Oriole dugout.
Well,
maybe they were explaining that the Twins had challenged.
Well, day game
confusing.
after a day game.
Very confusing.
Well, what's not confusing is one of the better DHs at age 40 is at the plate.
He's pretty good.
And he takes the change up.
You know what else isn't amusing too? Orioles haven't scored yet. Lopez on the hill. 1 run of support or less in 9 of his 10 starts. 4 times. No runs.
Well, nice job of Jorge and Austin Wynns mixing up the pitches. I don't see too many 3-1 changeups. I mean, he's had a good curveball. He's had all 3 good pitches.
Little tapper, that's foul.
And then that's why you could maybe have a hitter maybe in a quandary of what's coming 3-2 when you throw all your pitches for strikes.
Jim, I'm not sure who's counting, but Saturday Nelson Cruz drove in the 2 millionth run in Major League Baseball history. 2 million, but who's counting?
No. Well, they.
Got him.
Did he ever? Great running fastball. 5th strikeout of the afternoon. 96 with great life. This turns out perfect location. Trying to catch up with. It looks like a 2-seamer. All right. I mean, good size. 6'3"-ish. Great stuff. Got a chance to do a little flat ground work yesterday with Chris Holt. Chris, as you mentioned, Chris Holt, Oriole pitching coach, back.
In 3 of his last 4 starts, he's gone 5 2/3, 5 and 6. So getting a little deeper into games, helping his club, trying to win games, but not much run support. But at least, you know, not making the bullpen cover 6-7
Well,
innings.
the other thing there is, Chris, the other thing is when you do pitch games where you don't get any run support, every pitch seems like it's even more important because it is. You know, I mean, you know, you throw 90 pitches and you have a 5-1 lead. His only win was a game down in Texas where he actually did have a 5-0 lead going into the 5th through 2 solo home runs. Got the win, but they got him some runs. Most of the runs they have scored for him all year.
3-0 now to Garver. Garver, what a year he had in 19. Won the Silver Slugger Award in only 311 at bats. Hit 31 homers.
Yeah, and he's swinging here. You better be aware.
You are right, Mr. Palmer.
Well,
he's on an 8-game hit streak too. He's swinging it pretty good right now. During that 8-game hitting streak, hitting .391.
Well, last 22 games, what, over 300, 6 home runs. Not only that, he's walked 14 times. And yet he started out really slumping. First 17 games, hitting .151, and
there's ball 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's being 3-1, and that's one of the things I think you really have to fight as a starting pitcher. You get the first 2 outs, and you get it. You know, you get them of the number 3-4 hitter, and you're saying, okay, Next thing you know, you're 3-1. You end up walking him, and then you get to a guy that hit a 3-run home run off you to beat you the last game. And while Sano can whiff with the best of them, he can also hit home runs with the best of them.
He's got 140 of those in his career. 2 down, runner on first. Twins lead the Orioles 1-0 in the 4th inning.
We struck out 20 out of 45 times in April. Hit 111. May, a little different story. You know, the average has only gone up, what, to 200, but 7 home runs and 18 RBIs.
He's got a good hitting coach. Tell you about that after this pitch. 1-0 on the way. 2-0. He's real close in the Dominican to native Fernando Tatis Sr. That's his mentor and off-season hitting coach. Just teach me what you taught your son is what I tell him.
Well, Dad hit 2 grand slams in 1 inning.
That's a good inning. What did Jim Gentile do? He had 2 in 2 innings, I think, or 1st and 3rd inning maybe.
Yeah, but how about hitting 2 grand slams
in the same inning?
Off the same pitcher, Chan Ho Park.
Right.
Who would be around long enough playing for Earl Weaver to ever have that happen?
One and done.
Can you imagine Earl leaving you out there long enough to throw 2 grand slams in 1 inning? Nope, I can't.
That's not healthy for the ERA, is it? Two balls and a strike to Sano.
And back-to-back changeups. And you notice Austin Wynns went out there when he kind of lost command 2-0 after walking Garver. And then he comes back. And this is kind of the communication you want with a catcher, where you got to trust it. Okay, we'll get back into the count. Throw him a changeup. 3-run home run on a fastball. He has no idea what's coming here.
Inside for a ball and the count full.
It's just these times, you know, where you get into the 4th, the 5th inning. It's not that his numbers are terrific, but this is where you get the, you know, he looks like he either gets out of his windup or loses the lanes that, you know, good pitchers have, outside corner, inside corner. Ball starts running a little bit, pitch count gets up.
Garver off on the pitch. Breaking ball fouled into the seats on the right field side. Well, Sano got to 100 homers, 100 career homers in his 432nd game. That was the fastest in club history. Harmon Killebrew had reached 100 homers in 440 games. He did it in 432. Of course, Killebrew went on and on and on and kept hitting them all the way to Cooperstown, and down he goes. Sano out on strikes, 2 strikeouts in the inning, 6 in the game.
Well, you want to see how you frame a pitch right here. Knee-high fastball right to the glove.
The 4th inning of Orioles baseball is brought to you by Toyota RAV4, with reliability and value that fans can count on. Go Toyota and let's go places.
And now the Roundup brand's reliable performance, ever is he ever, but with the big boys. Of course, he is one of the big boys. Saw Abreu. The Orioles helped him get 45. Devers, how about Vlad Jr. and then Garcia. Adolis Garcia out of nowhere, out of Cuba, having a great year for the Rangers. Those are your Roundup brands, reliable performer. Need to get on. Of course, that won't happen here. You know, going to get Austin Hayes back hopefully shortly, and then more guys on, more RBIs opportunities.
Starts him off with a breaking ball, strike 1. Trey hitting .307 in 24 games at Oriole Park. .307 at home, 245 on the road. 1-1 pitch. 2-1.
And that fastball, he's kind of looking in, going, kind of wanted that one. Well, you're right here, because I mean, you can look fastball, but 2-1 doesn't mean you're going to get it. and he doesn't.
Popped up, Sanoa should have a play and grabs it for the first out.
Yeah, I think what makes Barrios so good is that wasn't just a get me over curveball. I mean, that was as good as you can throw it, even though it was a hitter's count. Well, folks, he's a good young pitcher.
What was the stat you mentioned? The Verlander number, second?
Well, 50 wins, only since 2017. And getting out of Puerto Rico, first round draft choice, 2012.
Santander flied out to center, his only at bat.
Well, I remember early on, when we used to be able to go to Target Field, he's standing down by the cage. You get a little nervous because there's Tony Oliva, one of the great hitters. And he said, wait till you see this kid in his curveball. And Tony could hit any pitch you threw.
Popped up left side of the infield. Donaldson shielded.
Better
his
run.
eyes.
Yeah, you got to run these balls out today because of the high sky. You're disappointed, but you've got to still run hard. Because if he drops it and you're only at first, now I don't know if he would have been able to get the second, but certainly not if you don't run. Just never know. 1-0 game, boy. This is when you get into these type of games when you're pitching, you think, geez, can't walk anybody leading off an inning. Maybe the bloop double, a dying quail for a base hit. Those balls are inside, but it's getting a call.
He's good enough without helping him, right? He's retired 11 straight after the leadoff double from Mullins.
Well, like I said, very few balls in the middle of the plate. And the one to Cedric, 2-1 count, threw him a fastball. And then the Orioles did what they have been doing lately, just could not get him in with runners in scoring position.
To short, Simmons up with it. And another quick inning. Barrios sets down the Orioles in order in the fourth. Heading to the fifth. Twins on top 1-0. Today's telecast celebrating Memorial Day is being brought to you by Amentum, elevating government's most critical missions, and by Navy Federal Credit Union. Learn how we're celebrating Military Appreciation Month at NavyFederal.org/celebrate. Our members are the mission. We air this afternoon's game on Masson in celebration of Memorial Day as we remember the lives lost to protecting the freedoms we enjoy. We'd like to thank all United States military personnel for their service and sacrifice for our nation. And we take a look at Arlington Cemetery where our heroes lie. Twins lead the Orioles 1-0. Pitchers duel so far. Lopez hanging in there. Twins 1 run, 3 hits. The Orioles no runs on 1 hit. Mullins led off the game with a double. It's been nothing but out since, as Barrios has set down 12 straight. Bounce down to third. Franco a long throw. Mountcastle stays on the bag, 1 down.
Yeah, big target. So the fifth inning, the one that has given Jorge Lopez, that ball comes up a little bit, but routine play, and there's the toe tap. Stays on the bag.
Garlick ducks that pitch. He has one of the 3 Minnesota hits.
Well, singled and scored the only run of this game. Well, ground ball up the middle. Wilkerson moves a little more up the middle, but still on the second base side of the bag, or the right field side.
Another bouncer to third. Franco busy down there. 2 down.
Well, that's your 2-seam fastball. You want to get some easy outs. It's nice to strike people out. Takes more pitches usually. 2-seamer, a couple of grounders. Zip through this 5th inning. keep the pitch count down. On call.
Yeah, he's only had 68 pitches, so he's been pretty pitch efficient. With 2 out in the 5th. Andrelton Simmons, the number 9 hitter. He hit a little slow roller up the third base side that in the hole and into left field this time, so he's got 2 hits. Celebrate your growing family or the newest O's fan in your life with a Baby Birds membership presented by MedStar Health. Members receive an Orioles bib and onesie as well as access to special offers. If your little O's fan was born at MedStar Harbor Hospital or MedStar Franklin Square Medical Center, you can access your complimentary membership using the code received with your Orioles beanie. Visit Orioles.com/babybirds for more information. So a 2-out base hit from Simmons gets you to the top of the order in Polanco.
Yeah, and he's, the 2019 when they hit the all-time 307 home runs, Yankees hit 306. Polanco hit 22 of them. And you could see from that swing he was trying to get another one here.
Signed a day after his 16th birthday. Safe over at first.
Yeah, a lot of the contracts are negotiated well before that. And you
They're on the
agree.
radar around 12-13, right?
Yep. Usually you'll make an agreement and then
Polanco, an all-star.
Turn 16, yeah, you're on your way.
2019 member of the American League All-Star team.
That is young, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I signed when I was 17, but I finished my high school year and gone off to play in a college league away from home. But I can't imagine being 16, coming to another country.
And language.
Don't know the language.
Yeah. In that 2019 season, his All-Star year, Polanco scored 107 runs, had 40 doubles, hit 22 homers, and batted .295. Ball and a strike, 2 down. In the dirt, blocked by Wins.
Take a look. He's pretty adept at this. Don't want to be afraid of bouncing your curveball. How many times over the last 2 months have we seen that ball allow our runner to advance?
In the majors, 2 Wins throwing out 10 of 36 base runners. In AAA this year, he was 6 for 11, so he could throw. Two 2-1 pitch. Oh, we had a balk. We got a balk call against Lopez.
You think he would like to know why.
Simmons moves up to second. Let's see what happened.
Does he not pause? Either way. Well, where's the balk? Now you have to be supposed to be a discernible balk. I just don't see a balk.
See anything either. You would know.
Well, it's not.
High pop up, middle of the infield. Malenko waiting, catching, and that'll do it. Twins down in the 5th. They're still on top, 1-0.
I thank and honor those who served and died to protect our freedom and rights this Memorial Day.
Here's another angle from the T-Mobile coverage cam as you take a look at the crowd here on this holiday afternoon. 70 degrees at game time, sun shining, everybody having fun. And Oriole fans have just a little more fun if the Birds could score some runs, Jim Palmer.
Yeah,
tough to come by.
I'll take my chance. Just if we stay at 1. I'm not going to wager, but I'd like to think if they don't give up any more runs, the Orioles are going to win this game.
By the way, Ketchup was a winner today in the hot dog race.
As it should be.
Oh, Ketchup 13, Mustard 12. Relish has not scored this year, having a tough year.
Well, it's kind of like the Orioles offense over the last 5 or 6 games.
Relish.
You may relish it, but not the runner in scoring position number.
Strike to DJ Stewart. My friend Rock Kabatko tweeted that he feels it's rigged. He's questioning the integrity of the hot dog race. Must be a relish fan.
Oh, wow.
Ball and a strike.
So Brandon Hyde said he was kind of pleased. You know, so was DJ. Home run off of Giolito, who really pitched well. 12 strikeouts yesterday on the fastball. Been working on that. You know, right after we said that he has trouble with the high velocity fastball, he turned on a 98-mile-per-hour fastball, gave the Orioles a lead, as a matter of fact. 3-2 lead. They couldn't hold. And so right here, the master of somehow working the count into his favor.
Well, it didn't happen today, Jim, but the Orioles have scored first in 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, but they don't win those games.
I know.
So yeah, it used to be
you scored.
They're
first.
11-12 this year, scoring first, and normally I think it's probably win about 60% of those games.
Popped up left side. Garlick, plenty of room and time. Makes the catch, 1 out. Get all the best Oriole ticket deals in one place, including single game tickets, ticket packs, special offers, and more. We got you covered at the Orioles Ticket Marketplace, your place to score exclusive deals. So check back often for the latest opportunities. Don't wait to purchase last minute at the box office. Ticket prices are the same at Orioles.com/tickets to purchase. And as we said, starting tomorrow, no capacity limits. Come out, enjoy the sunshine, the warm weather, and hopefully some good Orioles baseball. Mountcastle takes a strike. 13 retired in order for Jose Barrios. Inside with the breaking ball, 1-1. Cedric Mullins led off the game with a double to right center. Skipped one off the 373 sign out there. But since then, nada. That's hit well, way back center field. And out of here.
God.
Wow, Refsnyder ran into the wall, thought he had a play. He didn't, because Ryan Mountcastle crushed it, and the Orioles have tied this game at 1.
Yeah, I'm hoping Refsnyder, I mean, he just ran out of room. I mean, this ball blasted, hanging hook.
Well, Jim, it made me think maybe he had a play the way he was tracking it, but he didn't. No, it was crushed.
He thought he might have had a play. I just think, you know, first time he's played the outfield, Camden Yards, it's a very small ballpark, a little more room in center. Here's your hanging hook, and it's just belted. The minute this ball's off the bat, so he doesn't know where he is, and wham, that had to hurt.
Number 5
Look at this.
Mountcastle.
Yeah, and he just runs into the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, normally, and it's, you know, again, I never was an outfielder, just a pitcher. Maybe this warning track a little, I guess, a little shorter than maybe the one in Minnesota. A lot deeper in Minnesota. Wall is padded, but there is metal behind it, cement wall and metal post. So there's your run. You're just trying to track it, you know, wind, sun. Whoa, my goodness. I don't know how, I honestly don't know how he got up.
Trying to remember the Mets player that really went into it, and he stayed down for a while as Wilkerson's down on strikes.
Well, one of their young outfitters hurt his shoulder, and I think it separated his shoulder. Oh, here's the wiffle ball curveball.
Elmora, that's who it was. Thank you, Don.
And not a lot of home runs, as we mentioned. That's only the 7th home run now that they have hit off of Jose Barrios.
And the other one, Jim, Jake Marisnik. I mean, he he stayed in the game. He's putting up glasses, and cuts, and so yeah, you got to be careful. Chasing fly balls, selling out is one thing, but living for another day is another thing. Austin wins, a ball and a strike to him.
Well, that was just Refsnyder having no idea of where the wall was, and
little bouncer, and really not having much idea where the baseball was, because that wasn't one he was going to just jump and catch at the top of the wall. That was tagged. Home run number 5 for Ryan Mountcastle has tied this game up. If you just joined us, say who's the guy at the plate? Well, Austin Wynn's been around the Orioles for a while, but just recall from Norfolk today as Chance Sisco was optioned. That's hit well. Left center field. Some room this time for Refsnyder. Comes in a stride or two and makes the catch. A couple of well hit balls. One of them left the yard. Mountcastle ties it up at 1. This Memorial Day, join USAA in honoring our nation's fallen heroes. Scott Garceau, Jim Palmer with you. Glad you could join us on this holiday. Orioles and Twins tied at 1. Yeah, Refsnyder looks like he's all right, Jim.
Well, until he wakes up tomorrow morning.
I fought the wall, and sometimes the wall wins, but looks like he's okay. Ryan Mountcastle.
Is that a football term? He got his bell rung?
Yeah, that's a football term.
Well,
now you call that a concussion. 410 feet on the home run and 109.3 miles an hour off the bat. Josh Donaldson jumps on the first pitch, fouls it back. Donaldson doubled his first at bat and then hit into a double play around the horn the second trip. .75 pitches for Lopez. He's been good. Gave up his run in the third, a single, and then an infield hit set it up. 2 strikes, and Donaldson base hit into right. Second hit of the game for the former MVP.
Yeah, he pulls the double down the line. Second hitter of the game, and then this time change up. Pretty good at bat right here, but see, you can see where it is. Stays in the middle of the plate, becomes hittable, and he doesn't miss it.
Yeah. Kurloff 0 for 2, struck out, and then was retired on a terrific play from Pat Valleca. Hit one to the right side. Valleca pulled around. Well, you're into the heart of the order now.
Well, you're also the third time through the order, and the numbers get really ugly. 11 for 20 coming in. That's
key
what, 550. But other than that, you're not here very often. There's no reason the stuff he's had with his command.
That could be 2.
Yeah, see, there's your shift.
Yeah, doesn't help you there. So
well, it probably keeps a base hit from happening, because that would have been first and third, but the go-ahead run, because perfect angle right here. There's your out, but it's hit so hard and it's deep enough that he can't get the lead runner. So you're thinking double play ball. Nope, nobody covering.
So Kurloff retired, and here comes Nelson Cruz. Hit a soft liner to short, and then struck out his second at bat. Breaking ball, strike 1. Father Time hasn't taken much of a bite out of this man.
Well, did get hit on the back of the hand, and I was talking to Dick Bremer, who does their television, and saying that not swinging as well after the hit by pitch. You would never know it. Of course, all getting plunked are not the same, Mountcastle's come back very nicely after getting hit on the back of the left hand. And
well, here's where he is, Jimmy. 427 career homers now. He needs one to pass Mike Piazza. That would put him 50th all time, and after that would be Cal at 431. And he got him. Strike 3 called. Cruz isn't sure.
Well, that's a strike.
Yeah. Has a word or two with Ryan Blakeney.
Well, you know, you judge for yourself. Look at the glove. And again, it's how you catch the ball. Now, yep, he's right. I guess it is a ball off the corner. Just think how many pitches.
But the way it's received matters.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then of course where it was thrown. If that ball is farther off or, you know, way inside, you don't get that pitch. Ahead of my scorecard, he's had been up about 9,000 times. So I guess he would probably know the strike zone, wouldn't you think?
Garver, the catcher, 2 down. Donaldson at second.
Yeah, collectively, Twins hitting 240 as a team. Garver comes in at 182.
That misses inside. I guess you knew Garver might have a pretty good bat. So 2019, he gets his first career multi-homer game in April at the Mets. Both the home runs off of Jacob deGrom.
Well, he is an inside, really good fastball hitter, and you got a base open here. Yeah, you have Sano on deck, but and there's a changeup. So okay, I make my pitch. You know, he's a good fastball hitter. Throw him something else. Didn't throw it for a strike. As we said earlier, when he swung 3-0, he's probably swinging 3-0 here. I wouldn't be throwing him another fastball.
Donaldson walks off a second. 3-0 pitch coming to Garver. And ball 4. So 2 on and 2 down. Now gets an O to the plate. The Orioles are committed to promoting vaccination education and resources for our fans, players, and staff. We know the best way to keep our community safe, return our economy to work, and enjoy a successful baseball season is if we all do our part and get the vaccine when it's our turn. Learn more about the vaccine and register at covidvax.maryland.gov.
So Chris Holt back with the O's as their pitching coach comes out. Aaron Holmes back into the bullpen as Cesar Valdez gets loose. Now Sano hit the game-winning home run, 1-0 in the 6th inning, and a couple of guys on, very similar to this situation, except it was runners at second and third, so he didn't have a base open. He got behind him, threw him a fastball, hit it over the center field fence. So you've handled him well, a couple of strikeouts. And Chris Holt comes out to talk to Austin Wynns and Jorge Lopez. What do you want to do now, 3rd time through the order?
A big out in a lot of ways. You said, Jim, about 6th inning for Lopez. You got a 1-1 game, 2 on, 2 down. Big at bat here.
Pitch count at 86.
And a strike to get it started. Snow struck out his first at bat.
I mean, I just think it's great that he's getting a pitch here. I don't know what the outcome's going to come, but you'll never ever learn to pitch when you get a little bit tired if you never pitch
through it
when you're a little bit tired.
Good point. Struck him out both times so far. Ball and a strike.
And part of it is, I mean, I learned it early because that's what they expected of starting pitchers back then. You started in spring training. You'd pitch 7 innings, and you go down and throw the 8th and 9th in the bullpen when the other pitchers were pitching. You'd learn to speed up your arm, not your body, because it doesn't help. Can't make the pitches you want to make. But see, when you try to pull things instead of just throwing them, you get a little bit out of rhythm, and then all of a sudden the command goes. He hasn't been wild by any means. Walk in the 4th, walk here in the 6th.
This will be his 90th pitch. 2 balls and a strike. 2 on, 2 down. Orioles and Twins tied at 1.
I mean, this is a typical Jorge Lopez start. He pitches pretty well. They don't score runs for him. But you need to get Sano out if you have a chance to win.
Foul back, 2-2.
Donaldson.
Yeah, big swing, but the ball up and in, hard to get to. Home run was pretty much right down the middle, and you can see he fouls it kind of straight back.
Yeah, and Donaldson's smart play by him. Probably figured it was a foul ball, but he didn't stop. He continued to third just in case. We saw one like that yesterday. Thought it was a foul ball. It wasn't. That was. All right, Lopez ready to deal. 2-2 to Sano. Popped up short right field. Santander is there, and he gets out of it. So the Twins strand 2. Our do-ups brought to you by Geico. It'll be Valleca, Mullins, and Mancini. Orioles and Twins tied at 1. Beautiful day at Camden Yards on this holiday. Lopez getting congratulations from the skipper Brandon Hyde and his teammates. Looks like his day is done, and it's been a good one.
Really a great pitch to get out of the inning, up and into Sano. Exactly where Austin Wynn's moved. And now you want to get him the win. I mean, that's kind of what Tony La Russa talked about. Dylan Cease pitched well. He left a game similar score.
Fly ball short center field. Ref Snyder in and makes the catch for the first out.
And of course they would score some runs for him. You want to get your starting pitcher a win, try to come up with a run here.
Valleca down, top of the order. Cedric Mullins comes in. By the way, Bowie Bay Sox, the Orioles AA club, swept a doubleheader from Harrisburg yesterday. Adley Rutschman went 5 for 6 in the doubleheader. 2 homers, 7 RBIs. In the 6 games he's played this week, Rutschman 11 for 18, 3 homers, a double, 10 RBIs, 6 walks, only 2 strikeouts.
Was I speaking out of turn if I asked about the nonstop from Bowie to Baltimore, if there was such a plane?
Yeah, that's not a flight. No, you just come right down 97 and you're here. The Palmer Express, they call that. And also in that game, D.L. Hall threw 5 shutout innings, allowed 1 hit, struck out 8.
Well, bring him with you.
Yeah. Help is on the way.
Yeah. Adley to DL. We're going to take a little road trip.
Popped up middle of the infield. Everybody calling for it. Simmons catching it.
Yeah, I'll defer to the Gold Glover. Good changeup. Yeah, I mean, you're signing Brios. I mean, only the Hagen curveball. The home run by Mountcastle, dead center.
He's retired 17 of the last 18, but the one he didn't retire was Ryan Mountcastle, who tied it up with a long home run to center field. Here's Trey Mancini. Struck out his first at bat, popped out, fouled to first in the 4th inning. Takes strike 1 at 94.
Well, Wes Johnson, pitching coach for the Twins, they kind of straighten Jose's wind up a little straighter.
That should fall into center field. Base hit for Mancini.
So the line's better and a little bit easier to throw the ball, make your pitches. I mean, even that, a soft single, which he'll take. Because it gets Santander, who came in, what, in May, 14 for 40, hitting 350.
Yeah, has been on a pretty good run. The 11-game hit streak came to a close yesterday, but he didn't look real rusty when he came off the IL. Came back swinging.
Both sides of the plate. I mean, all portions of the field. All different kinds of pitches that he hit.
No shift. Shortstop Simmons playing behind second base.
Well, they had no shift, but what they do they put their second baseman out on the grass, and I think that I would venture to say that may be one of the rule changes where
on the dirt.
Yeah, 2 of your infielders, all the infielders have to have their feet on the dirt, unless you're playing in for the bunt. and you get to wear a chest protector.
That's being tested in the minor leagues. One strike pitch, line to right field. It's in for a base hit. Mancini will stop at second. And the Orioles have something going here with 2 down in the 6th. Back-to-back base hits. Mancini and Santander.
Yeah, a little soft hit, so take a look. Curveball. Just kind of nice swing. Serves it into right. Kirilloff, you really don't. You know he's the #1 draft choice. You just don't know how well he throws. So with 2 outs, no way you're going to get thrown out at third base, because you know you're moving on contact. Not like the old days where you could actually watch guys take infield, and you know that was one of the sources of pride, especially when he played for Cal Ripken Sr.
My kingdom for a base hit, right? With runners in scoring position, the Orioles just haven't been able to find it. 4 for 56 coming into this game, and what are they, 0 for 3 today?
0 for 3 in the first.
So that's 4 for 59. And a slow bouncer to Donaldson at third, has time, throws across, and the Orioles strand 2. Birds down in the 6th. This one's still tied at 1.
Wow, Jorge Lopez really pitches well. Again, this is nothing unusual. He pitches well. They don't score a whole lot of runs, only 1 in the afternoon. But again, needed to get out of trouble in the 6th inning. And able to get Sano to pop up. And made some outstanding pitches. So he will not get a win, but he certainly gives the Orioles a chance to win. There are your PNC inside the numbers for Jorge. Once again, only 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 1 run. Cesar Valdez was the closer. He's been struggling. ERA is spiked. Changeup not as effective. But so they used another role. Still on the ball club. You know, he was so good that, you know, great expectations of averages really going up dramatically.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Let's check in with Rob Long. Where are you hanging out today, Rob?
I'm upstairs. I'm right behind home plate.
Beautiful day.
Several rows up from you. Yeah, Jim, you talked about it during the game. You got to let Jorge Lopez pitch a little bit longer, get some confidence, knowing that he can get through it. Not just in innings, but his pitch count. You saw there at 90, and usually when his pitch count goes above, it's just 76. From 76 to 100 pitches, he's only faced 14 batters in those situations. He's walked 2, and batters were 7 for 12. So he wasn't getting outs in those situations either, guys. So he has to start pitching a little bit deeper to gain some confidence.
Well, did that today. Strong 6 innings. And he got the good one going today, maybe. Wynn steps out, makes the throw to first, and Refsnyder down with a strikeout.
Yeah, well, again, if you watch the games, and I'm sure he did, the Oriole bullpen, coaching staff, Refsnyder in Minnesota, anything up in the zone, he was hitting hard. And he was hitting it hard center, right center, so he gets him to 2 strikes, throws the quality changeup. The strike, maybe, I don't even know if it was ever a strike. Strike the ball, and you get yourself a good result.
Kyle Garlick's 1 for 2. Well, there's no question that Valdez has struggled lately and changed the roles. Maybe he's not coming in the 9th, a safe situation, but still high leverage. He comes in the 7th in a 1-1 game. Drops down, changes the angle. Wilkerson has it at second. 2 quick outs.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, whether you're throwing a bunch of changeups at 78 or fastballs at 85, did start off Garlick with a curveball that didn't get the strike called. You still have to make good pitches, and that stopped. So certainly, you know, and you got to understand if he was the closer, but over the winter he was a starting pitcher down in the Dominican, and a good one.
And that's what Brandon Hyde said. He loved him in the spring. He said there's so many different ways we could use him. We could spot start him. We could, you know, use him out of the bullpen for length. Well, it turned out they were using him as a closer early, but we'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah, and maybe you throw a few more fastballs. You know, again, it's not that you're going to throw it by people at 85, but you might surprise them.
It's a ball, 2 balls, no strikes. Simmons with 2 of the 5 Minnesota hits. Bounced foul, 2-1. Twins got their run in the 3rd inning. Orioles answered in the 5th. Ryan Mountcastle with a drive that left Camden Yards, straightaway center field, hit it 410 feet. That's a strike.
Yeah, there's 86. Well, it doesn't matter what it is. It's a perfect pitch. So once you'll throw that in a hitter's count, they don't know what's coming. So now you have the ability, maybe throw a change up with good movement and get yourself an out. And
it's a fair ball, backhanded by Franco, juggled it, but gets it across in time. Caught it in the air, caught that one with the glove and then with the bare hand again.
Yeah, impressive, most impressive. And again, this might be a double on Memorial Day. And on this special day, Memorial Day, we honor and remember our armed force members who died while in service to our country. Certainly hope you're enjoying today. Beautiful day for baseball. Again, on a day that, boy, you can really celebrate all the people that have allowed us to have our freedoms.
Absolutely. We heard from some. We talked about some of the great Hall of Famers that were involved in the military. Your teammate Al Bunbury, who was honored for his service in Vietnam. My dad was part of the Normandy invasion. I'm glad he made it home, or I wouldn't be here.
I was named. My middle name Alvin is actually, I was adopted. My dad's younger brother died in World War II, and I was named after him. And so
with honor,
yeah.
Coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to have the National Moment of Remembrance at 3 o'clock. Right now, the Orioles trying to break a 1-1 tie, trying to get out of this nasty losing streak. Not only their losing streak, but that losing streak to the Twins.
Yeah, 15 in a row, and Barrios just dealing.
Got a couple of hits with 2 outs last inning, but couldn't get them in. Stewart, Mountcastle, and Wilkerson for the Orioles in the home half of the 7th. Great energy in the stands today. 7th inning stretch, fans up, dancing.
Well, a lot of orange. It's always good. You almost think it's, come to an Oriole game, you think it's hunting season. A lot of orange everywhere.
Barrios ready, 1-1 on the way. Pop foul.
Well, a type of game, and you kind of find yourself in the 7th inning. He's, what, 6 innings, his first start of the year. Did go 7 against Oakland back on the 15th of this month. 5 innings, 5 2/3 innings. Pitch count at 73, really low.
I wonder with Valdez throwing just 10 pitches last inning, Jim, might see him back for another inning.
Well, he pitched a couple of multiple inning games, but I'm sure they're going to try to get him to be able to pitch multiple innings. That's what Brendan Hyde wanted out of the bullpen. Certainly capable of doing that.
2 balls, 2 strikes to DJ Stewart. Line drive, and it's grabbed. Up the ladder goes Andrelton Simmons.
Yeah, that Simmons guy.
Pretty good. 4 golds and a platinum, right?
Well, curveball, and the Orioles have done a nice job of adjusting to that. Hit it hard, but that's why they put guys with gloves behind you when you're pitching. But this is not very fortunate for DJ Stewart. Quality at bat, but line drive right at him. The old dreaded atom ball.
Ryan Mountcastle has been the Orioles offense in this one. Bounces this one to Donaldson down at third. And 2 quick outs.
Yeah, we're going to see Ryan Mountcastle as he's done a lot better job in May because he's got 4 home runs and he's hitting over 250. But he's going to get a little bit more discipline at the plate. You know, you hit a curveball for a home run, doesn't mean he won't throw you another one. But if you want to swing at a 94-mile-per-hour fastball down and in on the first pitch, you'll be lucky if you hit 250. And that's what Don Long, the hitting instructor for the Orioles, have said. You know, hey, hit on your terms till you get to 2 strikes. Look for your strength. And his straight is not down and in.
Wilkerson gets a breaking ball. Pretty pitch efficient for Barrios. Only 76 pitches here with 2 out in the 7th. Now back into the screen. You'd like to think around this time that you're getting rid of an effective starter and getting into the bullpen. Not the case with that.
Well, not today. And you know, Steve Wilkerson, he likes the ball thigh high, his power more so from this side of the plate, kind of down and inish. Better fastball hitter than breaking ball hitter. And Barrios hits not only the curveball, he's thrown some really good changeups.
Timeout for a little jewelry configuration.
Well, how about Mercedes with the White Sox? I mean,
yeah,
you know, I don't know
some
how
rope
he's
on him, didn't
getting 330 with all those chains and having to adjust them and swinging as hard as he did.
1-2 on the way, and down he goes. Wilkerson out on strikes. 1-2-3 inning for Barrios. Heading to the 8th, still tied at 1.
Well, Tanner Scott's going to come in for the Orioles. And there are his numbers.
All right, now we're going to join our public address announcer, Adrian Robeson, as we celebrate Memorial Day.
On this Memorial Day, Major League Baseball and the Baltimore Orioles are proud to once again participate in the National Moment of Remembrance as we pause to remember the brave men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country. We ask that you please join us now in this moment of silence as a collective, unified expression of gratitude to the heroes who lost their lives while protecting the freedoms we enjoy today. Thank you.
The national moment of silence. Memorial Stadium, there was some talk of naming it Babe Ruth Stadium, and then veterans got together and said, no, we need to honor our heroes, and that is from the facade at Memorial Stadium. It was brought here to Camden Yards. Time will not dim the glory of their deeds, and certainly no better words to describe what this day is all about. 8th inning, Tanner Scott on for the Birds, and he works against the top of the lineup. Jorge Polanco flips over, switch hitter now from the right side.
Well, power pitcher, fastball, slider, got to get him back on track. It usually means command.
Bunt popped up in the air, wins the catcher there, 1 down.
And Polanco trying to, in a 1-1 game, do something to get on.
So Scott, after a successful inning from Cesar Valdez and 6 strong innings from the starter Jorge Lopez. A couple of hits for Josh Donaldson today. First at bat, he doubled and hit into a double play and singled to right his last time up. Mullins a little shallow in center field. The corner outfielders play Donaldson deep.
Well, he's a power guy when healthy. That's why they got him.
His challenge for a while was staying on the field, right?
Well, it still is, yeah. With all the leg problems, and he had 37 home runs 2019 for the Braves. He got up 550 times, which means he was healthy. 50% of the balls he hit that year were in the hard variety as far as exit velocity.
Well, he dominated from 14 through 17. Those 4 years, he averaged 35 homers, 100 RBIs. And then he came back from the injury in 2019 with Atlanta, was comeback player of the year. Last full season, he went 37 homers, 94 driven in with a 900 OPS. There's a strike, 3-1.
And kind of hard to believe that, maybe not comfortable swinging 3-0. You saw good velocity. That's never been a problem for Tanner Scott.
See if it's the slider, Jim. Down low with it. And Donaldson walks with one down. On this Memorial Day, baseball pauses to remember these brave men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country. Go to MLBcommunity.org to learn more about how you can support military families grieving the loss of a loved one. Alex Kirilloff steps in. 0 for 3, a strikeout and 2 bounce outs to short. And a strike 1 at 97. Orioles trying to do something the Diamondbacks did yesterday. End an ugly 13-game losing streak. Swung on and missed. 0-2.
Well, you would like to think that this is a good matchup.
Especially when you get ahead 2 strikes.
Well, he's still hitting 250, but only one of his home runs.
Wide at 98. Infield shifted around to the pull side. Here's the 1-2, and he threw it by him at 98. 2 down.
Yeah, young hitter, experienced reliever, an energetic catcher.
Yeah, and here comes here comes the 2014 Orioles MVP Nelson Cruz, all-star that year with the Orioles, led Major League Baseball with 40 homers, played in 159 games. Firm strike 1 at 98.
Yeah, struck him out. He pinch hit up in of course didn't play in all the games. Pinch hit against Tanner up in Minnesota, struck out, but it was on sliders.
There's a breaking ball.
And a good one. Well, the Orioles, you want to get your bullpen right. He's got to be a big part of it. It's just as simple as that. And he certainly has the ability. He showed it last year.
Up high with the 2-strike pitch at 99.
I mean, it's real easy to say, well, okay, well, we're just going to kind of move on from Tanner in close spots. We'll go to Paul Fry. Maybe he'll be your closer, but you still need somebody to get to your closer.
Yes.
And that's the role that he and even, Cesar Valdez, who pitched well, can assume.
1-2, just misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I remember when they signed Nelson Cruz. And they introduced him down in Sarasota. The players were in the back of the room standing up applauding. And then, as you mentioned, led the American League in home runs. Ended up signing with Seattle for 4 years and then to the Twins.
And he got him. Breaking ball. Tanner Scott strikes out Cruz. Twins are down in the 8th.
Yeah, back-to-back strikeouts. How did he do it? Check out this slider. Down and in. No chance. And now it is time for our Miller Lite moment. 5th inning. Orioles down 1-0. Ryan Mountcastle looking to do some damage, and boy, does he ever. Hanging curveball, deep center field. Ref Snyder runs out of, runs into the wall, runs out of room. And that is your Miller Lite moment. Home run number 5, 4th of the month of June for Ryan Mountcastle.
Well, Orioles trying to break this tie as they come to bat in the 8th inning. 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order. See Freddie Galvis in the on-deck circle. Looks like he will hit for Valleca. Austin Wynns to lead it off.
Action in the Twins bullpen, not because obviously Jose Barrios is in trouble, but the pitch count kind of getting up. Well, it's not really getting up. It's only 81 pitches.
Wynns takes a strike. Was swinging a good bat in AAA. Wynns 16 for 48. That's 333, 3 homers, 9 RBIs. Last time he was in a major league game was September of 2019. Bounced left side. Wow. Donaldson, nice play, spins, makes the throw. 1 down.
Yeah, 2 strikes, you get to play deep. You're not worried about any bunt. But because of that, the ball hit hard. And again, what is third base?
Reaction.
Yeah, it is kind of a reactionary hot corner. Couple of steps. I used to always kid Brooks, who won 16 straight Gold Gloves. Brooksy, 1 step and a dive. Come on.
If you're watching Brooks, happy Memorial Day.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, it usually is. Well, here's Freddie Galvis. Brandon Hyde couldn't say enough good stuff about him prior to the game. He said, I love this guy. They asked him, is he hurt? And he said he's been playing less than 100% for a long time, but he's the ultimate pro. He's good in the clubhouse with the young guys. And Brandon Hyde really said, you know, I heard nothing but good things before he got here, and I think even more of them.
And by the way, he hit 3 home runs in the Chicago series.
That doesn't hurt either.
Yeah.
All tips that one.
And Barrios is still, I mean, he's just annoyingly staying out of the middle of the plate if you're trying to hit him. He annoys hitters by doing that. Pass balls on the corners, curve balls, change-ups.
Yeah, how many guys are into the 8th inning with 85 pitches today's game? Not too often.
Well, how do you do that?
You don't have to strike everybody out, Jim.
No, you just sometimes have to do it when you need a strikeout.
Freddie hanging in there.
And again, the Orioles struggling. Not a whole lot of opportunities. I have him 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. So going into the 8th inning, not a lot of opportunities. Didn't get a strikeout, got a ground out when he got in trouble. That was back in the 6th inning.
Down he goes. Pinch hitter, strikeout for out number 2.
And yeah, the curveball, Mountcastle hit one over the center field fence. He's right-handed, but against lefties. Over the last 3 years or so, this breaking ball, his numbers against left-handers just outstanding. Not to mention righties.
Here's Cedric Mullins. Started the game with a double to right center, 1 for 3. After he led off the game with a double, Barrios retired 13 in a row until Mountcastle homered in the 5th. In for a strike.
Yeah, you get into a fastball count, he throws you changeup. You know, that's what you hit for the double. He is really, and I mean pitched.
One's inside, 2-1. Trey Mancini on deck.
Now you would think the Twins certainly would thinking about extending Jose Barrios if they can.
Left field and out of play. Souvenir for some of the fans enjoying the sunshine here.
Yeah, get this time of the game, and you have a guy. You saw what he can do. The double up the gap to right center, first time up. It's kind of ballpark though. If you make a mistake away, we haven't seen Cedric do it. We've seen straightaway power, right field power, but the 370-foot fly ball to left field here it goes out. But he's thinking, where can I go and keep it in the park?
2-2, foul back. Rays lead the Yankees 3-1 in the 7th inning. Yankees just got swept by the Tigers. They've lost 5 of 6. I say that was the first Detroit had not swept a 3-game home series with the Yankees since 2000.
Well, they're not going to get a whole lot of luck with the Rays either. They're 3-0. Rays are 3-0 at Yankee Stadium. They're 6 out of 9.
Rays are won 15 of 16. Mullins pops it up right side, and this one's out of play.
Yeah, they had a kind of young, I don't even remember the name of a young utility guy saying, well, they hate us, and they hate us because we beat them.
Yeah.
I don't mean one of their regular guys, just a guy that sits on the bench and notices what happens. I'll tell you what, if the Orioles get to where the Rays are as an organization, a lot of positive things are happening. I mean, they've really done a marvelous job down there.
They do more with less than anybody else in the game. Extended at bat for Cedric Mullins. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, nobody on. We're in the Oriole 8th, a 1-1 tie. Good at bat.
Well, if he gets on, it could be a track meet. He'll try to steal.
And then if you get in scoring position, Trey Mancini's pretty good in that situation. 3-2.
Against the ball right on the corner. I mean, that's what I mean about pitching. That's what I mean about pitching. You can look at the radar gun and the spin rates and whatever, but the good pitchers, they have all of that, but they also stay out of the middle of the plate. And he's done a great job, with the exception of a couple of moments.
This will be the 9th pitch of the at bat as he battles Cedric Mullins. Breaking ball popped up. Donaldson's there. And the Orioles are down in the 8th. We're headed to the 9th inning. Orioles and Twins tied at 1. Join us tomorrow, Game 2 of this 3-game series. Bruce Zimmerman takes the mound against Michael Pineda. Coverage on MASN 2 begins at 6:30 with O's Extra, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, followed by game coverage at 7. We've got all the access you need right here on MASN.
Well, Paul Fry coming in, tie ball game. You can see .09. That's WAR is wins above replacement. Came in for an inning yesterday in Chicago. A couple of strikeouts, great slider, and that's of course that WAR the highest. And then they give us in the notes a 1.1 win probability. That's the highest of all the Orioles relievers, whatever that is.
1.1.
Yeah. Well, he won't win this. I just want him to shut him out here, and then the Orioles.
98.9% chance he won't win.
No.
Okay,
whatever that means. I'm going to have to do some research.
Too many numbers. They bury us.
Well, there's some good numbers. Lefty's only hitting 120, but
that's good.
Yeah.
So he's got Garver, Sano, and Refsnyder.
Some pretty good right-handed hitters coming up in a tie ball game.
Freddie Galvis at short. He replaced Pat Valaika. And strike 1 to get it started. Garver a strikeout and a couple of walks.
Whole right side of the infield open as they put the shift on.
Popped up left side high and out of play.
Hardly any wind here at Camden Yards.
Pretty calm. Yeah.
I mean, the late Elrod Hendricks, who was here seemed like forever, called my no-hitter and then the bullpen as a coach for years. He said, all you got to do is look at the birds up on the scoreboard. Well, the birds are actually facing each other. I never could figure that out. Like they're lonely. They want to talk to each other.
Garver playing the role of Grandal with 2 walks in the game.
Yeah, there's that slider that talk about how good Tanner Scott says, and it is. And then a little bit more velocity for Paul over the last year or so.
Infield shifted to the pull side. 2 strikes to Garver. 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think what you do, of course, with Garver is in a really close game sometimes you have to pitch around somebody that's one of their hottest hitters. And he's in that category.
You got kind of a all or nothing guy on deck in Sano. And he gets him. Off speed. 1 down.
Boy, the left-handed slider, if you go back in the history of the game, whether it's all the way back to Sparky Lyle or Lolich or Carlton, who won 329 games, second most by any left-hander, they all had that nasty slider down and in. Of course, Guidry went what, 25-3 with a 1.78 ERA.
About unhittable that year. And the guy top of the list on the left-hander, Sponny, with what, 363.
Yep.
We talked about his service in the Battle of the Bulge and World War II. But he had the other thing, right? He turned it over. He had like a screwball.
Yeah, great screwball. Spawn insane and pray for rain. That's what they used to talk about in Milwaukee.
Burdette wasn't bad a little later on, but yeah.
Well, he was known. He loved to pitch in the rain because of the spitball.
Yes. Natural resources. 1 strike pitch to Sano, up a little high.
And really, you don't go back to that era. I mean, Burdette became a pitching coach. Warren Spahn was a pitching coach. Harvey Haddix.
How about Tony Cloninger? Was he a coach? Maybe not.
No, he was one of the better hitting pitchers. I think he hit it.
I think he had 2 grand slams in 1 game.
Yes.
That's pretty good if you're Jim Gentile.
And then Johnny Sain became a very great pitching coach. He was kind of the old school modern day pitcher where he talked about spinning the ball. George Bamberger, our guy, was, hey, make your pitches on the corners. Johnny Sain, spin the ball, put some on it. Like
Spun that one, 2 and 2.
Well, you get back in the count, and again, there is no such thing as a fastball count with Paul Fry. Sano, good fastball hitter, not so much on the slider down and in. And they're swinging at it because they're not picking up the spin.
2-2 pitch. He got him looking.
And then he just buzzes a fastball at 95. There's a whole nother pitcher out here. I mean, it's not the Paul Fry from 2019. And it's not that he couldn't get guys out. This is about as good as it gets. And then you also got to understand who's catching.
And that's 4 straight strikeouts. 2 from Tanner Scott, and now Paul Fry. 2 to lead off the 9th here. This is Refsnyder. Strike 1 to him. Refsnyder 0 for 3, bounced to 3rd twice. Struck out in the 7th inning.
Got to be careful because remember the saying by the skipper, Rocco Baldelli, ride Refsnyder. A 30-year-older utility infielder is playing center field for him.
Paul Fry would like to ride him right to the bench and back out to center field.
You're right about that.
Orioles need an out and a run, right?
Well, that's 4 straight strikeouts for the Oriole bullpen. Scott and Fry.
And Valdez was pretty good too. If the Orioles find a way to win this game, a bullpen that's been pretty leaky has been spot on today. The only base runner they gave up was the walk to Donaldson.
Well, they don't score in the bottom of the 9th. We go to extra inning baseball on Memorial Day.
That's out of play. The right field side. Oriole 9th. It'll be the heart of the order. Mancini, Santander, and Franco 2, 3, and 4.
Looks like Taylor Rogers, their closer, is up, getting loose. Big, tall lefty. I saw him one time in Minnesota. Came in and got a save.
Here we go. Fry ready. 1-2 pitch on the way. A little high. 2-2.
Well, we used to always see Rob Refsnyder play with the Yankees, and he'd come in and could play utility guy,
fourth outfield type. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't even know if I ever saw him play in the outfield with the Yanks, but the power and ability to hit the ball to right field.
Got him. Yeah. Down he goes. Struck out the side. Orioles have struck out 5 straight, Jim.
Well, he does another slider, and it is a good one.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Orioles and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the expressed written consent of the Orioles. Let's get a run and go home, Jim Palmer.
Well, that's not what Jose Barrios, who's actually still out there. How about a starting pitcher? Major League Baseball, American League Ball, DH, Memorial Day, against Mancini to start the 9th inning, still on the mound.
Takes me back to the days of Jim Palmer.
Well, I mean the whole era. Yeah. I'm going to start and I'm going to play it, but you're right about Memorial. All they need is a run, somehow, some way.
Mancini, first pitch swinging, a little pop up.
And look at Barrios go, just in case.
Not quite as it falls into the Oriole dugout.
If he had his druthers, he would have dove into the dugout, but you can't do that anymore. You used to be able to go in the dugout and catch the ball. You
saw some awful tumbles over the years,
right?
Too.
But you literally could go into the dugout. No longer. You have to be on the field to play. Your gloves certainly could be over the fence or the wiring or the mesh, and meanwhile, guys are hitting you left and right.
Well, you got your best hitter on the team at the plate. And they got a good pitcher on the mound. 1 strike. Inside, 1-1.
Yeah, he's been able to get Trey. He did dump a single into center the last time to swing early in the count and balls in. And his strength is away.
Tried to check it, but it's in for a strike. 1-2.
Yeah, I know I've said this, but as long as he stays out there, the quality of his pitches today, with a couple of exceptions, one the home run to Mountcastle on a hanging curveball, has been incredible. I mean, that pitch, that's a well-intentioned 2-strike curveball.
That was pitch number 100.
Yeah, Trey, what he's season high is 106, and that was against the Orioles in his last start. 104, 103.
Here comes the 2-2. Little looper into center field, and it's in for a base hit. Mancini with a leadoff single to get it started. There's your winning run.
Now you do. There's that fastball in, gets it up on the label. Second ball, maybe the other hit a little bit farther. Polanco can't get it. And are they going to pinch run? They only have Ryan McKenna. It's the only speed on the bench.
So that's the end of the day. Barrios was very good.
He was fabulous. Oh, Jose Barrios, what a game. Can't win it. All they can do is lose it. It's his run. Mancini. Now McKenna, who came to pinch run. So you don't see this very often. Didn't walk anybody. 6 strikeouts, 101 pitches. He will leave, and you can see responsible for the winning run on first base. And Taylor Rogers, their closer, will come in. Been good against the Orioles. And against the Orioles, 3 for 3 lifetime. In saves, that's not the case. Low batting average, 211. And again, good breaking ball, real good breaking ball. Throws in the mid-90s. And there's one of the important numbers for relievers.
So Anthony Santander steps in. Ryan McKenna has pinch run for Trey Mancini. He's at first. Santander 1 for 3 today from the right side now against the left-hander.
Well, you talked about the Twins and underachieving. You know, as far as that, the bullpen, as good as Rogers has been, I mean, they're 21 and 31, 10 games under, 11 games behind the White Sox, American League Central. How about the inherited runners? 66%, highest in baseball. Oof. I mean, there are some clubs, St. Louis, other clubs that are close, but it's not a good number.
1 strike pitch, fouled off into the right field seats.
And then the slider we talked about, Paul Fry, Tanner Scott's slider, he's got one of those. Gets to your back foot in a hurry, and of course he gets into the count that you could do that.
So no holding on McKenna, so all kinds of room on the right side.
Well, if you don't get him to third, try to advance him. But again, once you get to, now they play the line though. It's funny, Donaldson is right on the line. There's a big hole in the left field too.
And it's strike 3 called. 96.
Yeah, perfect pitch. It's been an afternoon of a lot of really good pitches. Ryan Blakeney, the home plate umpire, ample strike zone. Got 2 catchers, Wynn and Garver, to catch the ball well. So there's your lack of advancing a runner.
Gets Michael Franco to the plate. 3 bounce outs for him. 0 for 3.
And once again, the prevent defense with Donaldson a couple steps from the line.
Tyler Nevin in the on deck circle. Looks like he would hit for Stewart. Orioles have had 2 walk-off wins this year, both in April. Ramon Urias had a walk-off to beat Seattle, and then Cedric Mullins hit a sac fly that beat the Yankees on April 30th. McKenna with the lead.
Well, good speed, not stolen base speed.
That misses, 2-0.
And then a huge gap in left center field here.
Yeah, 1 out there would end it.
And there's no way in the world McKenna's not on any ball up the gap. He shoots one up the gap. Probably play a step or 2 deeper if you're an outfielder. You want to stay away from the double.
Refsnyder shaded to right, and Garlick, the left fielder, tight to the line. 2 balls, no strikes. Bounce to short. There's 1 on to first, and we're going extra innings. So how about Rogers coming in, taking care of business? Double play ends the inning. We're headed to the 10th. There will be a runner on second when we come back. Some days 9 innings isn't enough. We're headed for the 10th, tied at 1, and a new pitcher for the Orioles, Jim.
Yeah, Adam Plutko will come on. The rule as of last year, he'll come in. Those are the numbers. Escalated ERA over the last 5 games. Threw the ball pretty well in Chicago, so he has to come in. It will start with a runner at second base. And it will be.
It's Refsnyder, right?
Yeah, the last out. And, you know, Refsnyder would, again, probably average to above average speed. And we'll see how the Twins play it as far as.
Well, bottom part of the order, you would think they'd consider bunting, but who knows? Rocco Baldelli has plugged all this into a computer at some point.
Well, you got to know your players, and can Garlick, who we know can hit home runs, can he bunt?
No indication there as he takes a strike. With Franco and Mountcastle behind the bag. Hit hard to second. That'll get him over to third. Wilkerson gets the out.
Yeah, so that's as good as a bunt.
Yep.
You know, take an attempt. And this is where normally when you bring in a reliever, I would have to say about 90% of your relievers, nice approach right here by Kyle Garlick, is that you're going to have a guy that can strike people out. But Adam Pletka, not a strikeout per inning guy. So you'll play your infield in, and the whole idea of getting the runner to the third with less than 2 outs is, can you get a ball either through the infield or up in the air? Outfielders will probably come in a couple of steps.
Simmons swinging away, fouls it back, strike one.
And for Adam Pletka, can you go hunt a strikeout when you need one? This isn't a typical guy. He's going to throw 92, and he's got the cutter. Doesn't mean he can't strike anybody out. 19 in 26 innings coming in, but he would really like to have one here. And Simmons would like to hit a fly ball of any depth.
1 strike pitch. And now it's strike 2 as he fouls it back.
So only 91, but well situated up and in.
You can't get strike 3 until you get strike 2. He's there.
I'll go with you there. That's hard. That's logic. That's hard logic to to argue with. Boy, it's a great point, because what you would like to have him do now with 2 strikes is expand the strike zone. Strike the ball, and a good one.
0-2 down in the dirt, gets away. And there's the go-ahead run on the wild pitch.
So good. And that's a ball that Austin Wynns is going to tell you that's the ball he usually blocks. It's a slider down. You know it's coming. Take a look. That's not an easy play, but all catchers, they pride themselves trying to keep it in front of them, and that's just the carom. He gets in front of them, does everything right, except it comes off the chest protector real hard.
So run in, 1-2 count, 2-2. 1 down here.
Well, you got to understand, you can't overreact to that, because
you got a runner out of second.
Yes, you're going to start the bottom of the 10th with the same situation.
Now, Nevin was in the on-deck circle to hit for Stewart. We'll see how that goes. And then it'll be Mountcastle and Wilkerson scheduled. Severino, Nevin still on the bench. Galvis and McKenna have been used. So they're the only position players yet left.
But you can't panic. It's just part of the game where the count goes to 3-2. You don't want to walk a bunch of guys. But then you get right back into the heart of their lineup. Good pitch there. Little cutter. And then they go to Hansel Robles, who throws. He's not throwing 91. He's going to be throwing 96, 97. Hard changeup.
Chased upstairs, and he got him. 2 down.
Yeah, nice pitching. Didn't want to bounce the slider, because that was a purpose pitch, but you did. And then just up the ladder. He chases way out of the zone. But just think, they're at bats. You get a guy, you start with second. Garlick gets him over, and then puts a little pressure, trying to make the perfect pitch. Ends up being a wild pitch.
And
so they get their run.
Yeah, you're right, Jim. That was the key, the situational hitting. Garlick getting him over. Ground ball to the right side.
And the Orioles will have the same opportunity.
Polanco tempted to bunt his last time up, popped it up, and Wins, the catcher, grabbed it. Chamber of Commerce weather today. Temperature in the low 70s. Sunshine and light breeze. Pletka ready. 1-1 on the way. 2-1. White Sox in Cleveland today. They're up 4-2. Second inning. I think they're playing 2 there today. And the Rays and Yankees are in the ninth now. 3-1. Rays lead the Yankees in the bottom of the ninth.
It's over.
Yankees have lost If they lose that one, it'll be 6-7. 3-1 pitch.
Wow.
High fly ball,
Yep.
deep right field. Forget about it. Up in the flag court. Jorge Polanco has given the Twins a 2-run lead.
Yeah, he hunts fastballs, pitches up. You mentioned the 22 home runs a couple of years ago when they led the world in home runs, all-time high. You saw him do it in Target Field in Minnesota.
That's number 5 for Polanco.
Well, see, that's that extra run too.
Yes, it is.
Know?
Yeah. You got the tying run at second with nobody out.
A little cutter right in the middle of the 88 in the middle. That just speeds the bat up. And you can, I mean, talk about a launch angle. Probably, I would say, about 32 degrees. 26 is supposed to be optimum. That was optimum. Get it out on the flag court. 38 degrees actually.
38,
off
yeah.
a few degrees. I've been not the first time I've been accused of that, but
101 off the bat. Two-hit game for Donaldson. 2 hits and a walk. He's 2 for 3. Bounced into a double play in his other at bat. Twins 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. The Orioles 1 run, 5 hits and no errors. Two-one pitch. That's hammered. Base hit into left field. Stewart will play it off the wall. And Donaldson in with a double.
yeah, I think it's very hard for Adam Plutko because he's not a power guy to pitch consecutive days and whatever, because he's just not going to throw it by you. I look back at this game. Lopez pitches 6. Barrios gets him into the 9th. So they go with their hard throwers, still have their closers. The Orioles have already gone through all those pitchers, so you have to kind of sequence your way. We saw a cutter that was hit for the home run, and then we see another cutter that's hit for the double.
Donaldson with 3 of the 7 hits for the Twins. That's hit well to left field. Stewart running out of room makes the catch as he crashes into the wall.
Heck of a play there. Boy, he never ever deterred. Yeah, I mean, the ref Snyder rule: don't run into the wall. This time, never ever any doubt.
The names of heroes, the Vietnam Memorial in Washington, D.C. on this Memorial Day. Glad you can share the day with us. Beautiful afternoon at Camden Yards, except for the scoreboard. Orioles trying to get a win, fighting their way out of this slump. They've gone extra innings with the Twins, but the Twins score 2 in the top of the 10th. Now the Orioles chance to answer.
Yeah, so Robles comes in, hard thrower, fastball, slider, change pitcher. Lefties, you can see at 111. Keeps the ball in the ballpark. Does walk some people, though. He does lead their team in holds, so he normally is preceding Taylor Rogers. And he's also kind of a very demonstrative pitcher. Likes to show his emotions. Yeah.
Michael Franco made the final out of the 9th inning, out at second.
So the Orioles need 2 to tie, 3 to win.
And with the right-hander.
Yeah, Alcala, that's the guy, the 98-mile-per-hour fastball right-hander that is still in the bullpen that DJ Stewart hit the home run off of, and Colomé still stays out there. He hit another home run off him to left field on a cutter. So they bring in Robles.
First pitch swinging, fly ball, left center field. It's in the gap. Franco around third. He will score. DJ Stewart's in with the tying run at second base. Pumps his fist. He's fired up. So are the Oriole fans.
Well, you're hitting off, 95, 6, 7. So DJ Stewart, what did his manager say? Well, hitting the fastball a little bit better. And again, now it's just like starting from scratch.
Yep.
There it is. Yeah. So it's like starting in a 2-2 ball game. They scored. Now you're down by 1. Of course, Mountcastle comes up. Maybe did he ever? Yeah, he had a two home run game last year against Toronto.
Yeah, that was his.
But they
Salem Field.
They think he's bunting. Sano way in.
Oh, there's a wild
there
pitch. That gets the tying run to third with nobody down.
It's an amazing game.
Off the glove, I assume it was a wild pitch.
Well, you're out here for 3 hours. Sano is actually playing for the bunt with Mountcastle. And then here you go, high heater. So wild pitch gets in one of their runs, and this one all the way to the backstop. So now you're tying run.
Winning run at the plate, tying run at third base.
And they're playing in, as you can see.
Mountcastle homered in the 5th inning. Swings and misses.
So what do you want to hit until you get to 2 strikes? And boy, and this is always a degree of difficulty for most young hitters.
Steve Wilkerson on deck. Severino and Nevin left on Brandon Hyde's bench. And a strike called. 1-2. So now Robles with the upper hand ahead in the count. And he's out looking.
Yeah, there's that changeup. I think he thought it was low. Big strike zone all afternoon. And Blakeney, take a look. Does he move the glove up? Yep. So couldn't get him over, couldn't get him in.
So let's see if Stevie Wilkerson can deliver a little situational hitting here. Infield in.
Well, a suicide squeeze is an option. Let everybody get to their feet. Fly ball would work. Well, my point again, and I never dwelled on it till I was in the locker room in spring training in about 2018, and Darren O'Day said the modern day reliever better be able to strike people out at least 1 an inning. And then you look at his number, you figure not overpowering. Yeah, about 10 per 9. Britton, ground ball specialist, 11 per 9. Modern day hitter has trouble putting the ball in play.
That misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
So he's in trouble. You're in control of this at bat if you're Stevie Wilkerson. You can look away, you can look hard, you can look soft, you can look up, down. 2 strikes to work with.
Stewart scampers back to third, steps off. Tying run at third, 1 down. We're in the 10th inning. 3-2 Twins. 2 balls, no strikes.
Yep, and there's your pitch to hit in the air, 98. It's a power arm. Hey, the one thing about Josh Donaldson at third base, he's almost holding Stewart like a first baseman, even though he's playing third, because he stays right with the bag until the pitch is on his way, and then he'll come off the bag because he really wants to cut down on his lead. It's pretty good baseball right here.
Yep. Stewart just
you very rarely ever see this, and then at the last minute, right when Robles delivers, he'll bounce off the base.
2-1 on the way. Ball 3. So Austin wins on deck.
Well, you're kind of hoping that Robles forgets again that the runner at home plate is the potential winning run. So if you walk him, all of a sudden you get the winning run at first. You get wins up.
He's got a 111 batting average against left-hand hitters, 227 against right-handers.
Yeah, but how often does he go 3-1 on? So see if he can just try to hit a fly ball here. And not even close. Yep. So there's your winning run right there. And it changes the way they can play defense too.
The one thing you do get for the Twins is a chance to turn 2 with a catcher running, right?
Well, we'll see if they play back. Rocco Baldelli going to come out, have a little conference, and this will be about their, or maybe, is he bringing an interpreter? I don't think so.
Or trainer? Somebody's out there with him.
Maybe it's the interpreter telling him.
Wins the batter.
Wouldn't you like to have an unfiltered
pipeline
recording of what's really being said?
Freddie Galvis on deck. Galvis entered the game late, replaced Pat Faleka in the 8th inning. High drama on Memorial Day at Camden Yards. Orioles trying to fight out of this losing streak.
Well, again, you don't need a base hit. You need a fly ball. And the parade will march down the avenue in the 11th. But again, Galvis on deck. Didn't start the game, but he's on the on deck circle.
One down. They're back at short and second. And it's a strike 1 to Wins.
Yeah, he really has a good changeup, and a lot of guys would live for that as their fastball. It's 90 on the corner.
Stewart the tying run at third base. Wilkerson the winning run at first.
And this is the degree of difficulty when you get to the big leagues, right? The guy's coming in throwing 98 and then throwing 90-mile-per-hour changeups on the black.
Fouled into the mitt. Strike 2, 0-2.
There's such a big difference between the minor leagues and the big leagues. You know, the quality of pitching, and we just kind of hope that he'll make a mistake.
Austin Wins hasn't been here in the show, the big league, since 2019 until today. Behind in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. And he got him.
Well, the guy that you need to get out, and of course the guy you're hoping that can make contact. It all started the first pitch, then he comes right back with another one. It acts like a splitter. Bottom just drops out. It goes back to my storyline of what you need in late inning relievers. You got to have the ability to strike people out.
So it's up to Freddie Galvis to try to deliver with 2 down.
Let's see how Donaldson plays this. You know, it's not like he hasn't dropped a 2-out bunt, but he'll play even with the bag, so it kind of takes the bunt away to some degree.
Just got a piece of that, strike 1.
Pretty good guy to come in and hold games, isn't it, Robles, with his 9 of them already.
Yeah. Tyler Duffy has closed some for them. He's out there. They may not have that lighted up superstar, but they've got 4 or 5 guys that can get outs.
Well, Robles, again, a lot of times setup guys will have hold opportunities, so he's 3 out of 4.
1 strike to Galvis. Robles delivers. Strike 2 at 98.
Well, he just buzzes, blowing away.
Look at that movement.
And look at the way it's caught.
Yeah.
One thing about Garver, he can receive a ball with the best of them. One of the more highly touted pitch framers.
Popped up right side. This should do it. Kurloff looking up into the sun. Got it, and the Twins have a victory. The agony continues as the Birds have now lost 14 straight and 16 straight to the Minnesota Twins. Join us tomorrow, game 2 of the 3-game series. Bruce Zimmerman on the mound for the Orioles. Michael Pineda on the hill for the Twins. Coverage on MASN 2 begins at 6:30 with O's Extra presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, followed by game coverage at 7 o'clock. Glad you could join us on this Memorial Day for Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. This is Scott Garceau. Final score in extra innings, Twins over the Orioles 3-2. Stay tuned for Rob Long and O's Extra presented by PNC Bank. That's coming up next.